my name is Adriana Vessa, and today I will be discussing several theories with you today from my human behavior class, and this is my oral presentation. First, I'll talk about a theory, and from the book that we do reading class called The Development Through Life, a Psychosocial Approach. They explain that the theory is a logical system of concepts that helps explain observations and points to underlying processes or relationships that are not really observable. And to me, it's just an idea about how relationships are developed. Not every day we think about how people became close to someone, or the attachment that they have, or how was they brought up, or how were they taught to do the things that they do. And so I just go on to talk about how a theory is something that can give you a regrouping, give you an understanding of how the world is. And it can also be something good for people who are social workers or becoming social workers, because to me it gives us, I'm going to say us because I will be one, an insight of us, like understanding how a person operates and who they are. So first I go into explaining Jean Piaget, I'm sorry if I tortured the name, I'm sorry, theories of cognitive development. He believed that your mind is basically with your mind, how you develop was through being hands-on and active, as in like seeing, touching stuff, like doing things like sucking on a bottle, putting something in your teeth, like putting something in your mouth like a child, put something in their mouth, they're touching stuff, just how you see people do things, or just putting your hands on things, you understand. That's a way, he thinks of that as a way of learning. He also assumed that learning skills come through adaptation, something that we already know, that we get adapt to, something that we are used to, and it just helps us to learn new skills. It also will go into accommodation, and accommodation is when you're changing from something that you already know to learn something better. Like somebody could show you, like, you already know the hard way of doing something, and somebody can teach you the easier way of doing it. So that's like an accommodation, because you're open and willing to like understand the new way. Secondly, I go into Vygotsky cognitive development. Vygotsky mainly talked about culture. He believed the people around you were the ones who helped you develop. He believes that people are easily influenced by what's going on around them. Like, a child might see their mother doing something, so they start doing something their mother do, or a child might see a friend do something and they start doing what their friend are doing. And it's basically children. He mainly focused on children, because children are the main ones. It's just basically, to me, when you're younger, that's when you mainly develop and become who you are when you're a child. I also go into Erik Erikson. He created the psychosocial theory. To me, he was like I learned in the story that he was kind of like the mayor, the head man in charge. And he basically believed that your life experiences make you who you are today. And to me, that's really deep, because it's like it helps you grow. Like, where do you grow from there? You grow from the things that you have dealt with and things that you have experienced in life. It looks at an individual's whole life, not just the little pieces of, like, look at a bigger picture of everything, not just from your childhood to adolescence. Let's talk about from childhood to when you're old. Lastly, I talk about the psychoanalytical theory. It's just basically a theory that's when a kid finds who they are, finds their way. It goes into them having drives. It could be a sex drive, an aggressive drive, just something that kind of triggers them to find out who they are. They become aware of their emotions, their thoughts, and just giving an understanding of, this is who I am. I've done this, but this is who I am. I'm understanding the things. I have full control over my life now. So, and throughout this whole thing that I've learned through chapter 1, 2, and 3, I've understanding gave me a bigger eye of how your surroundings or whatever, yeah, your surroundings is basically what pushes you and helps you become who you are today. It's not that often that we look at the things that are around us that shows us like, okay, I've learned this from this person. We just go with the flow. And to me, this can help with social work because, like I said, it's very observable. You can see, it gives you an understanding of why a person does what they does and how either they're moving too slow or they're not where they need to be due to a developmental skill. And it just goes also to talk about how some of these theories have things in common, as in they have their own stages of development, how they feel like you should be here at a certain age, there at a certain age. It even just goes on to talk about how your super ego, your ego and id, just stuff like that I've never even knew about, that your conscious, your unconscious, like things that you hide for a reason, why you hide it, like where is it stored inside of you. And also, I just feel like it's just a bigger picture of everything that gives me an understanding of how I can be helpful to others just by watching what they do and who they surround themselves around. And it also just talks about how, like, the things you touch, cell phones, all that, how does that have a huge effect on things. But in a matter of my 7 minutes, this is my presentation, and thank you for hearing me out.